Suck a dick! Holy shit. I'm rich. I took a $200,000 fucking pay cut on that shit. Going back. We're going straight back to that shit. Yep, there you have it. See, if it really isn't that hard, I was just being stupid the first time around. Alright, this is zero deaths. Give me my full pay cut, like right now. Alright, with that piece of garbage out of the way, welcome back to my Armored Core 6 playthrough. A lot happened today. For one, I wasn't able to stream yesterday because of technical issues, so I'm sorry. But as you can see, I look very different, and dare I say I look even closer to a Space Marine Dreadnaught or Titan. To get here though, we have to rewind quite a bit since a lot has happened. So after I respec'd my AC, went back to redo the Operation Wall Climber and got my money, I went to do some more training, which is something that I forgot to mention last time. This mode basically introduced a lot of more complex mechanics to the player and will reward mag parts at the end. You also get to try different builds such as tank, speed, lightweight, and a bunch of others. It's pretty cool, that's what I'm basically saying. So once I'm done with that, I proceeded to take on a new mission that asked us to go around a map and collect as many battle logs as possible under 3 minutes. These battle logs are the last recorded communication or transcription of the enemies from the last mission of the Liberation Front, and we collect them so that we can get some more intel on Rusty for a corporation. Some of these logs, however, are truly tragic, and we can somewhat get a better picture of what is going on this planet from the logs. So the whole story revolves around an important resource called coral. What exactly is it? I don't know, but apparently it is valuable and dangerous. The corporations, who are the guys we've been helping so far, are trying to get as much of it as they can, and they are pushing the people of this world to their limits in the process of harvesting the coral. Eventually the people had enough and decided to take up arms and fight back. Pretty realistic, dare I say. From one log that was recorded during the fallen pilot's attempt to communicate with Rusty, we also learned that there is something more to this character, as he may have some sort of connections with the Liberation Army. But the most practically important thing I got of this mission was the unlock of OS tuning and Arena. Basically, Arena is a set of battles that you can do versus different sorts of AC, and once you beat them, you get OST chips that can be used to upgrade your AC in a variety of ways. After I completed all the available Arena battles, which were piss easy by the way, I went and picked up these two upgrades. The second one is pretty self-explanatory, and the first one you will see real soon. Once I ran out of the OST to upgrade, I went on to take the next mission, which interestingly enough is from the Liberation Front, or the guys we've been f***ing up so far.
The loss of the wall dealt us a heavy blow. Yet, we believe you are more than a corporate pawn. Perhaps we can even work together.
This for me really goes to show that we are neither the good guy nor the bad guy in this war. We are, as our name suggests, just an independent mercenary who would basically takes whatever jobs he can or the boss give us, which is such a breath of fresh air in terms of storytelling that finally there's a world and a protagonist who isn't just morally black and white. The mission itself asks us to investigate a site that has been supplying the Liberation Front that went radio silent overnight. Once we got there though, we were quickly attacked by these question mark mech types. They would literally just pop out of nowhere to ambush you, and some would even just vanish once you hit them once or don't finish them off in just one combo. After kinda struggling with the ads, I got to the final area of the job, which is what seems like a massive coral well, I guess. However, it would turn out later that this coral well is not sustainable. But the important part is that we got ambushed by yet another 4 of these anonymous mechs when we were in this close quarter container, which wasn't fun to be honest. The game also introduces a new combat mechanism in this job, the Pulse Energy Shield. Remember this mechanism, it will come back later. So basically, what these shields do is that it can completely negate some weapon attack, block others, and prevent the enemy to be staggered while the shield is up. It is genuinely so annoying to deal with that, and I think it is because I haven't figured out the most efficient weapon against this bullshit. The way I deal with it now is through my first OC upgrade, which is a Pulse Energy Burst. This basically annihilates the enemy shield, or at least get it to a more manageable degree. So after struggling with the final part of this job for a little while, I pulled it through, which get us to the next mission. Oh my lord, I have a lot to say about this piece of different breed of shit. So the next mission is not commissioned by any of our old patrons. Instead, It is directly from our boss who had a call with one of his friends that told him to check out the watch point. Seeing the text concluding chapter 1 beneath the mission, I expected it to have a proper boss fight at the end, but oh boy was I not prepared for
emotional damage.
The mission starts off with us airdropping into the location to initiate the infiltration at night. While the ads are not bad at all, in the beginning 2 areas, there are these massive laser cannons that will absolutely decimate my house bar.
That's quite big.
Which also happens to be pretty difficult to dodge because of the delayed attacks. Then we got to the gate of Watchpoint and met Sula, a former associate of our boss I think, who has been killing our boss AC pilots recently and now is on our ass. Part of me legitimately thought that this dude is the final boss of the chapter because of him having a cutscene that introduced him, but there's also the other part of me that thought otherwise because of how there wasn't a supply station before this boss. So anyhow, Sola isn't that bad to deal with, and after dying once I was able to move on. Sola did warn our boss to stay the hell away from Watchpoint when he was fading away, but we went ahead anyways. Once we reached the core of Watchpoint, our boss told us to just blow it up, and so we did. As our boss think that was the end of the mission, and me sitting here expecting all hell to break loose because this time, there was a supply station before we got here. A coral explosion happened on site and we couldn't get out in time. While the explosion didn't really damage our AC and we were able to get out of there because of the AC's autopiloting mode and AI, so consciousness of a Rubricanian called Irie became embedded in our AC like a goddamn virus and made us schizophrenic. Thanks, boss. And just when we thought we were in the clear, a goddamn autonomous craft called Baltus showed up and started to attack us. Before we go any further, this guy literally has rings of missiles strapped onto him to torture any unfortunate souls who happen to cross him. Nah, what the fuck? And I happens to be the victim here. What exactly does he do? Well, I don't know. He has a massive pulse energy shield that completely negates my right hand weapon at the time. Doesn't really take that much damage from my pulse energy explosion and can recharge over time. Shoot an yearly US death worth of missiles at you every 20 seconds. Has a giant flaming sword that melts away my hope and dreams when he enters second phase. And also has a giant superior version of my pulse energy explosion when he phase transitions. Which translates to I am fucked, and I literally got stuck on this dude for an hour or so. This motherfucker has everything. He made me realize that the build I thought was goated is actually dog shit. So I went on ahead and changed up my build completely and even went as far as to get this ugly ass looking leg that I tried so hard to avoid just so that I can stay in the air longer. Eventually, after too many tries to care, I got him. Woo! Fuck you, bro. Holy shit, that was fucking hard. But it wasn't satisfying because I felt like a bitch. I felt like I didn't stay true to my core and almost cheated my way through the situation, even though rationally speaking I know I didn't cheat. So I went back to assembly line, re-modified my AC and got my Dreadnaught 2.0. With this magnificent creation in hand and my face in the Emperor burning brighter than ever, I returned to face the Heretic once more. Actually a few more times because I wasn't used to the new AC, but eventually this fight happened.
Victory. That is what the preachers cry inspires attendants. What commanders tell the soldiers in their service. The Indomitus crusade meets with triumph after triumph. Day by day we tear Imperium Nihilus from the spoiler's grip. And though we are beset on all sides, with each battle we drive back the mutant, the heretic, the alien. As I speak these words, our forces engage the remnants of Leviathan.
Raven, get clear.
Reclaiming lost worlds, atoning for old shades, a crusade to cleanse the stars. their hive net. Soon, their foulness will be but a memory. That is what the preachers say.
We can't take much more.
Lies will not protect us. Victory as the galaxy burns. Victory as the Imperium rots around us. Victory as humanity rages against the dying of the light.
Dude, please. Yes! Holy shit! Oh my god! Ugh.